a lot of schools. I applied to like Pomona and like Hampshire College and UC Boulder because they have really good math and it's really cheap. A ton of schools in California because you can actually get a card from a doctor for medicinal mathematics. And so, I come here, and the weird thing is most schools make you be 21 until you can start studying economics. And Chicago just lets you do it right away. They almost encourage it here in and you can just walk into the lobby carrying stacks of Harvard Business Review and The Economist and the Wall Street Journal. The security guards don't even look twice. And you so much as start sketching a math proof in the bike room, and alarms start going off. And I've got to be really careful with my economics use, and I know that. The economist gene runs in my family. Every male relative, alive of mine, is either a practicing or a reformed economist. And I don't, some people just like to do econ, they just like to do math, but, I tend to have to mix the two. If I'm doing a little econ, I need to justify it with some theorems. And, before I go out to parties, I like to do a little bit of econ, sometimes a little bit too much. Sometimes I've done some maths and the econ tastes really good, and sometimes I get sloppy. So I'll go out there and, I'll just be walking up to random females and just be like, hey, can I explore the concavities of your utility of wealth function? Can I empirically analyze your tangible assets? You and me should integrate, so I don't have to use my left-hand summation method anymore. This just always gets me, what's the point of having a balcony if we can't even do mathematics on it? And, and people always say, Connor, don't do so much mathematics, you're going to get short-term memory loss. And I don't know if that's the case. I don't know if that's going to happen. It was really great when I lived in Georgia. Sometimes my dad would go away for the weekend, and my friends would just come over, and they'd just bring over pounds of math proofs, and we just work through them right in the living room. And, I have to thank mathematics for my familiarity with the metric system, for instance. My parents were really lenient with me, but the only thing that got me really mad was the one time that I tried to do some math with my dog. The chalk just wouldn't come off her paws. People, there are other subjects out there too. People are always like, Connor, have you ever thought about studying physics? And I'll be like, yeah, but I start studying a little physics. I have the fear, and it'll just be like, ooh, this is general relativity, and then I'll just get so into it. I'll be like, I can't stop till I prove like unified field theory or something. And physics is so expensive. Those textbook prices are just off the charts. And if you do too much physics and you're not careful, you can get a deviated septum. I'll just take any excuse to start doing math problems. Like the other day, I was just like, hey, look, it's 4:20. I'm going to prove a math thing. A couple days ago, I'd done so much mathematics by midnight that I couldn't even do basic functions. I do my best mathematics when I'm not wearing pants, but they don't have any singles at Stony, and I guess me and my roommate aren't that close yet. Whenever I go to family functions, I'll always overhear my parents. They're so supportive of me and stuff, but I always overhear them. They'll be like, yeah, he's still doing math every day. I know, I thought he would have grown out of it by now, too. But, they're great anyways. This one time, and I'm very glad for mathematics. I've had some really fun experiences in my life. It's really taken me in directions I never thought I would go. And one time, I was hanging out with some friends, and we ran out of math problems to solve. And so I was like, I have a car, I can drive. And so we're on the way. My friend's texting our math teacher. We were listening to some Wu-Tang Clan on the radio, which, big shout out to the hip-hop community for endorsing mathematics. I really and at some point, my friend in the back seat was freestyling about the merits of freshly, released papers on different art tracks. The freshest papers are always the best to read through.